Parkview Sports Medicine is the most trusted of its kind in Northeast Indiana. That's because of the benefits our services provide you. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionists, the expert physicians at O&E, the area's only specialized athletic rehab, and the region's industry leader in sports performance, AWP. The roster coordinates your care in state-of-the-art facilities conveniently located in your community. To start your journey, visit us at parkviewsportsmedicine.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Marion High School for tonight's 3A championship game between the Tipton Blue Devils and the Bishop Luers Knights. Before we get started in this game with the pregame here, we're going to update you on all the happenings going on around the state, as today other regionals and all the other classes were held, and we're going to get you updated on all of those before we preview this game. First, in the 4A division at Logansport, it was Fort Wayne Northside over Homestead 57-38. In the second game there, it was Carmel over McCutcheon 68-61. At Michigan City, it was Maryville beating South Bend Adams 75-49. Also at Michigan City, it was Warsaw in a close one over East Chicago Central 61-59. And at Seymour, it was New Albany over Center Grove 57-49. And in the second game, it was Castle over Bloomington South 72-62. At Southport, it was Connorsville over Brownsburg 55-49. And in the second game, it was North Central and Ben Davis, with Ben Davis winning by 3, 47-44. So at Southport in the championship game, you've got Connorsville versus Ben Davis. At Seymour in the championship game, you have New Albany versus Castle. And at Michigan City, it is Maryville versus Warsaw. And at Logansport, it will be the Northside Legends versus the Carmel Greyhounds. That is your 4A roundup as the regionals get started. The Logansport Michigan City winners will advance to either Huntington North or Lafayette Jeff. The Seymour and the Southport regionals will advance to either Richmond or Seymour next weekend. So that is your 4A roundup. In 3A, earlier here at Marion High School, it was Bishop Luers over Fairfield 66-57. In the second game, it was Tipton in a close one over New Haven 44-41. At Kankakee Valley, it was Griffith over West Lafayette 64-40. In the second game, it was Twin Lakes over Culver Academy in a low-scoring game, 39-38. So at Kankakee Valley, your championship game is Griffith and Twin Lakes. At Washington, in game one, it was Pike Central over Greensburg, 59-47. And in the second game, it was Evansville Bossy over Brownstown Central, 81-71. So your championship game at Washington is Pike Central versus Evansville Bossy. And at Greencastle, it was Indianapolis Christmas Addicts 70, Northview 52. In the second game, it was Tri-West Hendricks over Danville 87-63. So your championship game at Greencastle is Indianapolis Christmas Addicts versus Tri-West. The winners of Washington and Greencastle will go to the semi-state next week, and those games will either be played at Richmond or Seymour. And the winners of this Marion regional and the winners of the Kankakee Valley regional will either go to Huntington North or Lafayette Jeff. So that is your 3A roundup. We will take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we will preview 2A and 1A. You are watching live regional championship basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now back to our state roundup. We'll start now in 2A at LaPel. It was Covington and Madison Grant, with Covington winning 56-46. Also at LaPel, it was Frankton over Southwood 65-61. So at LaPel, your championship game will be Covington versus Frankton. At North Judson, it was Marquette Catholic over Cherubusco 75-64. And in the second game, in a low-scoring game, it was Gary Roosevelt beating Central Noble 41-38. So your championship game at North Judson is Marquette Catholic and Gary Roosevelt. At Paoli, it was South Knox over South Ripley 56-35. In the second game, it was Crawford County over Forest Park 42-38. At Paoli, your championship game is South Knox versus Crawford County. At Greenfield Central, it was Northeastern over Coverdale 67-59. And in the second game, it was Heritage Christian over Shenandoah 58-45. So your championship game at Greenfield is Northeastern versus Heritage Christian. The winner of Paoli and the winner of Greenfield will either advance to Richmond or Seymour next week for the semi-state. LaPel and North Judson winners will either go to Huntington North or Lafayette Jeff. In the 1A state tournament, first at Frankfort, it was Lafayette Central Catholic over North Vermilion 67-30. In the second game, it was Liberty Christian over Seton Catholic 65-48. So your Frankfort championship game is Lafayette Central Catholic versus Liberty Christian. At Triton, it was 21st Century Charter 55, Tri-Counties 47. In the second game, it was Oregon Davis over Lakewood Park 66-50. Your championship game at Triton is 21st Century versus Oregon Davis. The winners of Frankfort and Triton regionals will advance to either Huntington North or Lafayette Jeff. At the Logatee regional, it was North Washington over West Washington 40-36. In the second game, it was Wood Memorial over Logatee 63-43. Their championship game is North Washington versus Wood Memorial. At Martinsville, it was Tinley and Shakamak in that first game, with Tinley winning 64-49. And in the second game, it was Indianapolis Lutheran over Hauser 66-60. Your championship game at Martinsville is Tinley versus Indianapolis Catholic. The winners of the Logatee Regional and the Martinsville Regional will head to the semi-state at either Richmond or Seymour. Your winners from Frankton and Triton will either go to Huntington North or Lafayette Jeff. And that is your state roundup. We will try to update you as scores come in throughout the night right here on SummitCitySports.com. My name's Ryan Dellinger. I will be your host for tonight's game between these two teams that won earlier today. In the first game of the day, Bishop Luers beat Fairfield. In the second game, Tipton won a close one over New Haven. We will take a timeout and we will come back and preview this game live on SummitCitySports.com. Welcome back to Marion High School for tonight's 3A sectional championship game in the 3A class in the state of Indiana between Bishop Luers and the Tipton Blue Devils. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have any questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. SummitCitySports.com is proud to partner with the News Sentinel, Allen County's oldest continuously operating business, bringing you the most comprehensive high school athletic coverage in the area. The News Sentinel is available for delivery 6 times a week in Allen County and always online at newssentinel.com. Both teams have left the court to get their final instructions before they come out for their last 3 minutes of prep work before this championship game. The Tipton Blue Devils, they come into this game 17-8. They are part of the Hoosier East Conference, which they finished 2-2 in. They're on a 4-game winning streak. They score 51. They only give up 41. And they've played some pretty stingy defense along the way in this state tournament. They are coached by Lou Lefevre. He's in his 3rd year. He's got a record of 53-17. Overall, he is 5-12 and 2-13 in 29 years as a head coach in high school basketball. How did Tipton get here? Well, in sectional play, in the first round, they defeated the defending 3A state champions Marion 67-66 on an overtime buzzer beater. In their second game, they played Yorktown, where they won 46-37. And in the championship game, they were victorious over Hamilton Heights, 46-17. In the regional game earlier today, they won in a low-scoring game over New Haven, 44-41. For Bishop Luers, they come into this game 18-8. They're part of the Summit Athletic Conference, where they finished 6-3 on the season. They're ranked number 13th in the state of Indiana. They score 65 and only give up 56. They're coached by J.J. Foster. He's 52-40 in his 4 years coaching high school basketball at Bishop Luers. For Bishop Luers, they got here by only having to win 2 games in their sectional. They beat Mississinawa in the opening round. They just absolutely clobbered them 71-50. And then in the championship game, they beat Columbia City in a low-scoring game, 45-35. And then earlier today, right here at Marion High School, they beat Fairfield 66-57, where that game was tied at halftime, 30-30. But Bishop Luers comes out of halftime, puts on the defense, and they jump out to a quick 10-0 run in the second half and put the game away, where the game was never really closer than 6 points from that point on. So both teams look like they're going to head to the bench. They've got their final warm-ups. A huge crowd here for Tipton. Only about a 35-40 minute drive for them to get here. Bishop Luers' student section has filled up. Their adult section is about a quarter full. See if some more trickle in here before we start this game. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with your starting lineups live on SummitCitySports.com.
Proudly we hail at the twilight.
Another great rendition of our national anthem by one of the students here at Marion High School. We are back live for the 3A regional championship game between Bishop Luers and the Triton Blue Devils. The starters for Bishop Luers, number 5, a 6'3" senior, Trey Underwood. Number 11, a 5'10" senior, Ray Walker. Number 12, a senior, a 5'11" senior, J.J. Foster Jr., a 6'5" senior, number 15, Blaine Cook, and a 6'5" senior, number 25, Anton Berry. So Luers will be in the red uniforms in this game, and Triton will be in their whites once again. Tipton, will be in their whites. Their starters, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Grant Shively, a 5'11" junior, number 4, Lucas Swan, a 6'1" senior, number 21, Tyler Slack, a 6'3" senior, number 23, Sam Gutierrez, and a 6'1" sophomore, number 24, Carson Dozel. Your officials for this game, Ken Wassam, Rob Couch, and David Christian. We are ready to go here at the 3A championship game at Marion High School. Once again, if you'd like to get scores to us, you can tweet out and include us in it at 260 Sports, or you can tweet to me, Ryan Dellinger, at Rhino, that's RHINOO71 on Twitter. We are ready to go. The Luers fans are ready to go. The Tipton student section's up and ready to go. It'll be Berry against Gutierrez. One thing that'll be a little bit different in this game for Tipton is they will be dealing with some serious size that the team of Bishop Luers has, where their big guys actually can step way outside and shoot from deep. For Bishop Luers, can they control the pace of the game? If they can control that and get this game sped up a little bit, they're going to have to score at least probably 55 to beat a good Tipton team who loves the ball control. Swan with the three-pointer, hits the front of the rim and goes off, and it's rebounded by Dozel. They hit Blaine Cook. He wasn't able to come up with it. Shively, he'll have it on the left side. He'll dump it down to Gutierrez, who had 14 points in the first game earlier today. He'll turn around, go up against the taller Anton Berry, throws it off the glass, and there's Trey Underwood with the rebound, and now Foster looks to push the pace for the Luers Knights. He'll go to Underwood, around to Ray Walker on the left side. They look underneath the Anton Berry. I'm sure, I know Coach Foster stayed and watched the entire game, and I know what he saw. He saw the fact that New Haven very rarely tried to get the ball inside, and right away, J.J. Foster with a three-pointer. So Foster hits a three. Luers, once again, they'll pick up man-to-man. And that's one thing we were talking about with the New Haven game, is they very rarely went underneath to Courtney Harris and looked to see if this game, if Bishop Luers tries to work more inside out than outside in. Dozel, he'll get it to Swan. His three-pointer on the way, off the rim, and Underwood with the second straight rebound, and Ray Walker with the ball. Interestingly, Bishop Luers and now Foster going to get called with a carry. Luers is actually the overall favorite in Class 3A to win the state championship, according to John Harrell's publication, where they give them about a 13% chance to win the state championship. Gutierrez, he'll inbounds now to Dozel. Dozel back to Gutierrez. Back to Dozel. They're across the timeline. Now they're trapped right at the half-court line. Dozel, he'll look to push. He'll go in the lane. He'll throw it up. The ball goes around, and Underwood with his third rebound. So Underwood, the man in the underneath right now for Luers with 3 rebounds. They'll go around the horn. Good ball movement there. Foster looks. He'll give it up to Blaine Cook. Blaine Cook is a tough matchup because he's a big 6'5" guy that can shoot from way outside. He really loves to shoot from the baseline, whereas Ray Walker and Foster would rather shoot from the wing position. Foster on the drive. He's got no one to get. He gets by Swan, and Swan will pick up the foul. That'll be his first, the team's first. 5:42 remains here in the first quarter. Bishop Luers leading 3-0 over Tipton. One thing that Luers definitely saw in the game earlier with New Haven is the fact you don't want to put Tipton on the line. They only miss, I believe, 2 foul shots the entire game. Foster misses, it goes in and out. And he'll have one more. No real foul trouble in the first game for Tipton. For Luers, Anton Berry in that first game, he was in a lot of foul trouble the entire game. And Foster with his second one drops, and the 4-0 lead for Bishop Luers. The trap once again by Luers, and Tipton gets it across, and they'll stop. Give it up to Shively. Now he'll give it up to Dozel. Dozel left-handed, guarded by Ray Walker, who's also left-handed. Now it's Gutierrez against Berry. Anton Berry will not play college basketball. He'll play college football for the University of Marion next year. Swan eyes another one and misses it, and Shively comes up with it for the Blue Devils. So Swan 0 for 3 from three-point land early in the game. He was pretty good in the first game. He hit 3 three-pointers. Foster against Swan. He gets in the lane, kicks it to Gutierrez. Three-pointer on the way and off the side of the rim. And Cook gets it, and now Luers looks to move up the court. They do. They hit Berry right wing, right baseline. Now up top to Foster. Coach Foster out on the floor, giving some instructions. I'm sure he's telling them, let's look for the inside shot today against these guys. There's a clear out for Foster against Gutierrez. He'll get in the lane. He'll go up. He gives it up to Underwood. Underwood finds Berry for about an 8-footer, and he'll hit it. Quick 6-0 lead for Bishop Luers. 4:25 remains. Oh, almost a turnover there. Now they're trapped in the backcourt. Can they get it across on the 10 seconds? They just barely beat it. Now Swan is picked up, double teamed, and now it's a turnover. We'll have our first sub of the game since Woods will come into the game. He'll replace Dozel. No, he'll replace Swan. Tipton played the second game today, so they may be just a tad bit more tired with the legs than Bishop Luers, who got about an extra 2 hours off as they played the first game this morning at 10 o'clock. Foster against Dozel. He'll get in there. He'll go around the back, and now he'll have to give it up to Berry. Berry gets it. Berry will shoot the three. He sets his feet and hits it. So Berry with a three-pointer. It's a 9-0 lead here early. And there's a kick by Ray Walker Jr. Goes about 16 rows deep and caught by a Bishop Luers fan. 3:44 remains here in the first quarter. Luers leads 9-0 over Tipton. If Bishop Luers wins, I believe they will go to Huntington North next week to play in the semi-state. Dozel has it. He stops right at midcourt. Now he'll give it up to Gutierrez. Gutierrez in the lane. Gives it to Woods, who will shoot the three. It goes off the rim, deflected around and picked up by Ray Walker. He's pushed from behind and there's no call. It was just incidental contact between him and Woods. And play continues after the turnover. And Tipton looking to get their first 2 points of the game. Woods against Cook. He'll look to the left side and he'll find Shively. Shively underneath now to Slack has it. He's backing in and he's deflected away by Foster and out of bounds, and into the game will come Weddle. Weddle will replace Gutierrez. Weddle hit a big shot in the first game in the third quarter, literally at the buzzer. He threw one up and it went in. That tied the game going into the fourth quarter. Now they get the ball underneath to Shively. Out to Weddle, now back out to Woods. Foster guarding Woods. Woods will get in the lane. He'll dump it off to Slack, and Slack will hit the shot. So Slack with the first 2 points of the game. And there's a shot off the backboard, blocked, and Tipton back up the court. Woods in the lane. He's cut off and dribbles it off his knee. He's trapped in here right in the corner. Foster trying to stop him. Finally he gives it up to Weddle. Weddle will go reverse, get fouled by Blaine Cook. So Cook with his first, the team's first. Weddle at the line, shooting 2 for Tipton. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training and treatment you need to advance your sports game. Have any questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Weddle hits his first free throw. 9-3 here early in this game. Weddle shoots it, misses, Goes off the rim and picked up by Shively. Anton Berry doesn't block him out, and he gets a shot. Now Weddle sees nobody's on him. He looks to go, but does not. Into the game for Bishop Luers comes Jason Davis, who had a rough first game today. Poor shooting, turnovers, but he did do one thing really well, and that was rebound in the second half for Luers. Woods gets the baseline, and he's bumped there by Jalen Causey, who just checked in. So Causey picks up a foul, his first, team second. Underwood and Blaine Cook getting a blow here for Bishop Luers. Shively gets it in, finds Dozel. Dozel now guarded by Walker. He gets around him, ball fakes it, shoots it, hit the front of the rim, and Jason Davis comes up with the rebound for Bishop Luers. He'll give it up to Foster. Now Foster into the front court. Davis around it, Ray Walker. Walker up top to Davis, who's not shy about shooting threes. Causey has it. He had a rough first game this morning as well. Walker gets in the lane. He's bumped. No call. And now they do call it. And count the basket for Ray Walker Jr. Shot is good, and that fouls on number 24. Dozel, that will be his first, team second. Cook will come back into the game, and he will replace Anton Berry. Into the game, also for Bishop Luers, will be number 35. That's Hambright. He'll replace Foster. Into the game for Tipton, number 4, Lucas Swan. And also into the game for Bishop Luers, Trey Underwood will replace Causey. So wholesale changes by both teams with 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter at the Marion Regional. Walker shot up and hard off the rim and rebounded by Tipton's Gutierrez. He'll give it up to Woods. Woods turns around and realizes he's going to get trapped if he gets in that corner. And now a cross-court pass all the way around to Woods. He'll get in the lane. He'll go up strong. The shot kind of deflected. And there's Trey Underwood again. Trey Underwood, the Charles Barkley of this game with rebounds and loose balls. Clock ticks down to about 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. We are live on SummitCitySports.com from Marion High School for today's 3A regional game. Walker now, he'll back it out. We're under a minute to go. He's going to go right. Nice screen there by Jason Davis. He's got a one-on-one now. He's going to look to get in the lane. He'll kick it across to Hambright. Hambright to Jason Davis. Davis outside to back to Ray Walker. Now they'll reset the offense. Really the only true, I would say, super scorer on the floor for Luers is Ray Walker Jr. He'll try to drive around Woods. He had a step there on him. He backs it back out, and now they'll reset, and they're going to call a hold or a push, a hand check on Woods of Tipton. Woods with his first, the team's third. And now Bishop Luers sees the situation, gets the foul, and will get some scorers in the game. They'll bring Foster and Berry in, and they'll replace Davis and Hambright. Ray Walker to inbounds. He'll get it inbounds to his big guy, Berry. Walker in the lane. He'll jump. He'll get called with a charge. So Ray Walker gets too deep, gets called for the charge, and that will be his first, team's third. And back into the game, we'll see Jalen Causey and Hambright. They'll replace the guards, Walker and Foster Jr. 22 seconds remains with Bishop Luers leading 11-3. Gutierrez to inbounds, and now he's got nowhere to go, and he gives it up to Slack, who gives it back to him. Gutierrez against Berry. Out to Woods. He's guarded by Causey. They find Weddle. Look for them to set up a play for either Gutierrez or Swan here. They get away with a little bit of a travel. Swan misses again, and there's Trey Underwood with his fourth rebound of the first quarter. And that's how we'll end. It's 11-3, Bishop Luers. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching live regional basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Luers with the ball. They throw an alley-oop. Anton Berry picks it up, will kick it outside and turn it over. Shively picks it up, and now they will have the ball for Tipton. Into the lane goes Woods. He's cut off. He shoots, blocked by Anton Berry, and Ray Walker with the ball for Bishop Luers. I mentioned that in the pregame show that the problem you have with Bishop Luers is they're not your typical 3A team. They have such good height and length, and they're able to shoot over the top of you. They have really good ball players. Foster hard to the rack. Tipped up and good by Trey Underwood. So Bishop Luers controlling the game here in the first half against the Tipton Blue Devils. Swan's got the ball. He'll get trapped, and there's a kick by Ray Walker. And we'll have another sub come in, and it will be Dozel. He'll replace Woods. Swan gets it in now to Dozel, and Luers will back off a little bit on their press. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. A 10-point lead for Bishop Luers, 13-3. Swan has it, guarded by Foster. Now Dozel just barely catches that one before it went out of bounds. Swan has it. He'll get in the lane. He'll go up strong, and he'll hit his first shot of the game. Swan was 16 in the earlier game today. He scores, and make it an 8-point game for Bishop Luers. Foster now, he gets Swan to back off. He'll back out. They're going to do a little bit of one-on-one. He'll shoot the three. It'll go hard off the backboard, and it's rebounded by Shively for Tipton, and Gutierrez has it. He looked up. Nobody had him to originally start with. Barry comes over and stops him. Dozel, he'll jump out, and he'll get in the lane. He's cut off. He'll kick it to Gutierrez. Gutierrez to Dozel. He yells for Gutierrez to repost. Now he will. He'll turn around, shoot about an 8-footer and hit it. Gutierrez, that's a nice shot for him. He squared up his shoulders on Antoine Berry, and he hit it. Now the fans for Tipton coming alive. They want their team to play some defense here. Foster runs around, and there's going to be a blocking foul on Dozel. Dozel with his second, team's fourth. Back into the game for Bishop Luers will be Jason Davis. We'll see who he replaces. He's going to take Blaine Cook's spot. So one 6'5" guy checks in for another 6'5" guy. Hitchens to come into the game for see his first action, and he will replace Dozel, who has 2 early fouls. 13-7, Bishop Luers leads over Tipton. Foster to inbounds. He looks to get it to Underwood, and then he throws it away. He had Anton Berry standing right in front of him, wide open. Gutierrez now, he'll have the ball. He'll bring it up against Ray Walker Jr. Over to Slack to Shively, back to Slack. Slack looks to drive. He's cut off. Now he's trying to give it. Oh, that's a travel. He let the ball go and caught it. Coach Foster was right on that one. That ball gets tipped away, and Swan, I guess, was standing on the baseline. So it's a turnover on Tipton, and Bishop Luers will get the ball back. Causey will replace Foster. Foster will take a quick blow. He only took about a 30-second one for that timeout. Walker now up against Swan, over to Causey, around to Jason Davis. See if they look the ball, get this ball inside either Berry or Underwood. They have taken 2 straight 3-pointers. They've noticed something they want to work on. They've been doing a lot of one-on-one driving against the Tipton Blue Devils. Causey against Gutierrez. We'll tick it down to about 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Walker looks inside, decides not to throw it down there. Gives it to Causey, and Causey's going to get called for a travel. Causey's just had an awful day here at the Marion Regional. Hit 3 turnovers in the first game, and there's another one. Lead now 6 for Bishop Luers, who has yet to score. He's only scored 2 here in this second quarter. Tipton's only scored 4. Swanson, he'll bring it up, give it back to Gutierrez. Now back to Gutierrez. He looks up, nobody there. He'll reset the offense. Coach Lefevre has a well-schooled team here. They run a really good offensive set and usually get some really good shots. Good look inside to Hitchens. Hitchens and Underwood tied up. Oh, they call a foul on Underwood. So Underwood will pick up his foul. First foul, the team's fourth. Coach Foster not real happy with that call, including the student sections of Bishop Luers, and they're letting that official know. Gutierrez, he'll have it. He'll look up. He'll find Swan. Swan will drive, shoot about a 14-footer. It goes hard off the rim and rebounded by Jason Davis of Bishop Luers. And he'll look up. He'll find Foster. Foster to Davis, around to Walker. Foster checked back in for Causey, and there's going to be a hold on number 21 of Tipton. That'll be on Slack, his first, team's fifth. The officials get between the two players. A little jawing going on after that between Slack and Ray Walker Jr. And now he'll go over and have another official will come and talk to Walker Jr. 4:02 remains with Bishop Luers leading 13-7. Barry has it outside to Ray Walker. They look underneath, nothing there. He'll look to go in the lane. He'll kick it to Jason Davis. And he's checked there on a hold by number 4 by Swan. And Swan picks up his second, the team's sixth. So Luers on the next foul will be in the bonus. Woods will come in for Swan. Swan will sit. Swan was hot in the first game today. He hit 3 3-pointers and route to 16 points. Now they look for Barry underneath. Deflected out of bounds by Slack. So Barry inbounds and threw it to Foster. Foster went right back down low to the repost by Barry. Now they look to get the ball in. Barry will catch it on the left wing. He'll find Foster on the left baseline. He's guarded there by the taller Hitchens. And now a switch. Woods now on Foster. Clock ticks down. Low scoring second quarter. Surprised they don't bring somebody up to set a screen on Woods for Foster to get to the hoop. Luers just taking some air out of the ball right now. Jason Davis has it. He'll look underneath. He'll go way up top to Trey Underwood, who's really no threat to shoot a three. And Ray Walker forgot to put the ball down, and he travels. So another turnover by Bishop Luers. The last 2 turnovers, Tipton has done nothing with it. They've turned it over themselves. Slack has it. He'll come up the right side. He'll go cross court to Gutierrez. He'll shoot the three. It's good. Only down to 3. Gutierrez hits a big 3. 3 minutes to go. Bishop Luers leads 13-10 over Tipton. Foster has it, guarded by Hitchens. Foster looks to get in the lane. He goes behind the back. And now they'll reset. So Tipton has started to play some really good defense here in this second quarter. Foster now against Shively. Shively tries to cut him off. He'll throw it away, and another turnover by Bishop Luers. And really, it's nothing that Tipton's doing to make these turnovers. It's just unforced errors by Bishop Luers. Hitchens in the lane. He'll go up, and the ball will roll around and go in. So Hitchens hits, and the lead down to 1 for Bishop Luers. So Tipton on a run of their own. Underwood, he'll shoot the three, and he'll hit it from downtown. So Underwood, who's not really a threat to shoot from way out there, does. Turnover. Bishop Luers comes up with it. Foster misses. And then Jason Davis will get the rebound, and he's hacked. I believe that foul will be on Shively of Tipton. So Tipton comes out and goes on a 9-2 run to start the second quarter. That foul was on number 20, Woods. That is his second, the team's 7th. Davis, he'll have a chance of shooting 2, and he has just not had the touch today. He missed 2 foul shots in the first game, was really 0 for 3 from the field, and his shots were not even close, including 2 of them as air balls. His second one up, rolls around and goes out and rebounded by Gutierrez of Tipton. So Luers had a chance to extend their lead. Instead, they only lead by 4. Gutierrez against Foster. Now he's switched and guarded by Barry. He'll go one-on-one. He'll get in the lane. He'll throw it up, and he's blocked. I'm not sure who blocked it, but I think it was Anton Berry. Jason Davis was there as well. And both of them said, not at this rim. And now the Luers cheer section letting Gutierrez know that he got swatted. He'll try to get it in. There's a ball that's deflected away. Oh, are they going to call a foul on who? They could probably call this on either player. They call a technical foul on Ray Walker Jr. I'm not sure what for. We'll see who the foul is on. The foul is on number 11, Wood. On number 11, Ray Walker. He puts up a personal and a technical. So he has 3 fouls now. And Woods will shoot 2 for Tipton. I'm not sure what Walker said there. That ball's hard off the rim by Woods. With 1:31 remaining, Walker will have to check out with those 3 fouls. I'm not sure what he did at the end of that play to get a technical. I'm not sure if he kicked the ball or what. Second one up and rolls around and out. So Tipton has a chance to cut the lead, and they do not. So both teams now in the bonus with 1:31 remaining. Coach Foster wanted to know why the official teed him up so quickly. He's getting his explanation. I'm not sure he likes it, but Tipton inbounds the ball, and Woods will have it for Tipton. He's guarded by Foster. Now to Shively. Shively guarded by Blaine Cook. Back to Gutierrez. Both teams' legs just look to be a little bit off here as we head to halftime. Gets a nice screen there, does Gutierrez, and he'll get in the lane, go by Cook, pull up and shoot the 15-footer and hit it. 16-14 with 1 minute to go, Bishop Luers. Blaine Cook, three-pointer left, baseline, and he'll hit it. So in the secondary break, Blaine Cook hits a three-pointer from the left wing to give Luers a 5-point lead with 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Shively looks to shoot. He won't. He'll give it to Gutierrez. Guarded by Blaine Cook. A little bit of a mismatch there. Now he's got Underwood on him. He gets in the lane. Ball fakes. Goes up and banks it in off the glass. Foster up the court. See if they back it out and go for the last shot. They did at the end of the first quarter. See if they spread the court and let Foster go one-on-one on Woods. Kind of surprised that maybe they don't use a timeout here. They have to. Luers has used no timeout, so 10 seconds to go. Now Foster calls for Underwood to come up to set the screen. He'll get one. He'll go right. He'll back off. He'll drive in the lane, go right to the hoop, scoop it up left-handed. He misses, and that's how we'll end the first half with Bishop Luers leading 19-16 over Tipton. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live Regional Championship Basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live at Marion High School, where Bishop Luers leads Tipton in the championship game at the 3A Regional, 19-16. Bishop Luers started off quick with a quick 11-0 run to start the game, where they were matched by Tipton, who went on their own mini run to start the second quarter, a 9-2 run, and they got back into the game by playing some good defense. Bishop Luers just uncharacteristically started turning the ball over, namely J.J. Foster Jr. He turned the ball over on 3 straight possessions, and that was the point where Tipton was able to get back in the game, namely Gutierrez getting in the lane and scoring for Tipton. Trying to get an updated score for you on Northside and Carmel. With 2:36 remaining in the half, they were tied at 11. So a low-scoring game there as well at Logansport. If you have any scores and you'd like to get them to us, send them to us at 260sports, or you can send them to me at Rhino71. That is RHINOO71 on Twitter. So we're at a half here at Marion High School, where Bishop Luers leads 19-16 over Tipton. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll come back with individual scoring here at tonight's regional between Bishop Luers and Tipton. We're back live at Marion High School for the 3A Regional Championship game, where Bishop Luers leads Tipton 19-16. Here is your scoring in the first half. First for the Tipton Blue Devils, Weddle off the bench with 1 point, Swan with just 2 points and 2 fouls, Slack with 2 points, Gutierrez with 9, leading all scorers for Tipton, and Hitchens off the bench with 2 points. For Bishop Luers, Trey Underwood with 5 points, but he also has 5 rebounds. Ray Walker Jr. with just 2 points, but he has 3 personal fouls due to picking one up, 2 actually in one play where he was called for a foul and then got called with a technical where he kicked the trash can at the other end of the court. So he checks in with just 2 points. Foster Jr. with 4, Blaine Cook with 3, and Anton Berry with 5. So a low-scoring first half, which definitely favors the Tipton Blue Devils. In their sectional play, they had 3 games where they played, and they had 46-2 and only gave up 17 and 37 in those games respectively. The only high-scoring game they had was their first-round game against Marion, where they won 67-66 in overtime on a buzzer beater. And then earlier today, they beat New Haven 44-41, so they like to keep the games real low scoring, control the pace of the game. For Bishop Luers, can they get the pace going again? They got out to a quick start where they were able just to get their offense flowing, get a lot of one-on-one action going to the basket, namely with J.J. Foster Jr. who he got to the rim and either scored or dished it to a wide open player. Can Luers get back to that? Can Ray Walker stay out of foul trouble and keep his emotions under him as they get to the second half? Also for Tipton, can they get Swan going? Swan had 16 in the opening game today. He's 0 for 3 from three-point line in this game, so they need to get him going. Dozel as well. If they can get some points out of those two guys to go along with what Gutierrez is doing on the court, they should be in good shape here in the second half. For Luers, can they just get their guards going? And can Anton Berry become a presence under the basket? We'll see what goes on here. Who will take control in the first 5 minutes of the second half, I think will really determine who wins this game. Tipton, they head back out on the court. Remember, next week, the winner of this game will head off to either, they will more than likely be going to play at Huntington North, the winner of this game. At the end of tonight's game, we'll have some updated scoring from around the state. We'll try to give you a wrap-up of what we know before we sign off here at Marion High School. So we'll have a little bit of an extended post-game show here from Marion High School. Luers has yet to come out on the court. Coach Foster now brings his players out on the court. They will get loosened up. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and then we'll come back here live from Marion High School. You're watching high school basketball presented by SummitCitySports.com. We're back live at Marion High School, where Bishop Luers leads 19-16 over Tipton. Still looking for an updated score on the Northside game. Neither team playing particularly well from what I'm telling by the halftime score, which is Northside leading 17-16 over Carmel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have any questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. Sports Center Inc. is Fort Wayne's premier sporting goods dealer, offering equipment rental, embroidery, and screen printing. Sports Center Inc. is ready and willing to help you place orders and or answer any questions concerning pricing. Sports Center Inc. is located at 5511 Coventry Lane, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46804. On the court for Tipton, Dozel, Swan, Gutierrez, Shively, and Slack. For Luers, they'll have Foster, Cook, Walker, Berry, and Underwood. Luers starts out in a little bit of a trapping defense again. A 3-2. Gutierrez will take advantage of it. Shoot a three-pointer. I think that ball might have been deflected by Cook. Now Ray Walker has the ball. He'll go up strong to the basket. No foul. He got absolutely decked. And I mean decked, ladies and gentlemen, by Gutierrez. There's no foul called on it, and he's on the floor. Coach Foster not happy at all with the officials, and I don't blame him, because that foul was really hard on the smaller Foster, and he is down on the court right in front of the Luers fan section, their cheer section, the student section, and they're wanting to know why there was no foul called. And I think I agree with them. And Walker's up. He got absolutely slammed to the floor by Gutierrez. No foul was called on that. Now the athletic director for Bishop Luers comes over and tries to settle down the student section. And they're still letting the official hear it down there on that end of the court. And I'm sure Coach Foster, he as well will let them hear it for the rest of this quarter. Into the game comes Jason Davis for Ray Walker. Now they'll get it inbounds to Foster. Foster will go around his back, fakes, finds Barry wide open. He'll go up strong, and his ball goes in. Barry turns around and nobody's there, and he's able to hit the first bucket of the second half. 21-16, Bishop Luers leads. Now they've got Barry playing way out away from the basket. He's one of the trappers. Dozel against Davis, and now they'll back out of that trap and just go to a straight man-to-man. Walker looks to be okay. He's limping a little bit. If you're a little guy and you're going to get in the lane with the bigger, taller guys like Gutierrez, you're going to take a beating if they get you. And he did on that play. And now the officials are telling Coach Foster to get back in his coach's box. Gutierrez has it now over to Swan, around to Shively. Shively looks underneath on the left wing. He'll back it back up top to Swan. Swan has it against Blaine Cook. That's a mismatch for Swan. If he has any speed, he can get around Blaine Cook. Now Dozel against Barry. He'll drive, he'll go right. He's cut off, he gives it up to Gutierrez, and he gets trapped. Dozier will shoot the three, and he hits it from the right side. So Dozel hits a three, and Tipton trails now by 2. Davis now against Shively. He'll looks underneath to the big guy and doesn't get it underneath to Underwood. Foster has it, he'll back up. Now he'll drive in the lane. He'll get to the hoop, he'll scoop it up, and he'll score. Foster with his 6th point, and Luers once again leads by 4. Swan has it, he's got to get across the timeline. He does, and now he'll dribble right into a trap, and he'll give it up to Shively, around to Gutierrez. He'll stop. And up top once again for Tipton. Tipton will reset their offense. They get some really good looks when they take their time. That is their MO. Take their time, get good looks, have a low-scoring game, and it generally favors the Blue Devils. Dozel, who just hit a three-pointer, now he'll go back around to the right side, kick it to Gutierrez in the corner. He'll drive in the lane, and it scores. The basket's good as well. And the foul is on Cook. His second, team's first. So Gutierrez, he'll shoot the one, and he'll hit it. And Tipton trails by 2. Jason Davis has it to Anton Berry, guarded by Dozel. Around to Cook. Cook will shoot the three. He'll hit it. So Blaine Cook, he'll hit a three, and the lead back to 4. 5 minutes remains here in the third quarter, with Luers leading 26-22 over the Tipton Blue Devils. This defense has really done nothing. A three-pointer on the way, it goes off, tips around, and now Jason Davis tries to come up with it. Who took the shot? That would have been Slack. The ball goes off of Bishop Luers' Jason Davis, and Blaine Cook's down on the court. He now gets up. I think he twisted his ankle on that last play, or maybe even a knee. He looks to be all right. They'll get it up to Dozel. Dozel now looking to get a screen from Slack. Barry guards Dozel. Dozel a lefty, likes to go right a lot. He'll give it up to Gutierrez. Gutierrez backs it out against Blaine Cook. Blaine Cook, I think, hit knee to knee with somebody, and that's what's bothering him. They'll go left side around to Shively. Shively will look underneath. Nothing there. Kicks it back up top. So Tipton will reset their offense with 4:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Dozel gets around the corner, fakes it, goes up and hits the shot. Barry, he'll drive in. He'll go hard to the basket. His ball off the rim and rebounded by Swan for Tipton. So Swan has it. Brings it up the court. He picks up his dribble, and now to Dozel. Dozel starting off a strong second half here with 5 early points here in the second half. Gutierrez, right baseline. He looks underneath. He'll hit Swan. Swan will go up, and he runs right into the thicker, and I mean thicker, Trey Underwood. Underwood just held his ground. Luers now, they'll reset. Neither team was able to try to get any momentum going here. Neither team able to, just make the other team wilt under their own pressure. Good screen there by Cook for Foster. Jason Davis has it. He's got to be careful of the 5-second call. Foster now, he'll get it. He's cut off. Hits Jason Davis on the left baseline. He'll go into the lane, looks underneath to Underwood, and now they'll go and reset the offense all the way out at midcourt. And now they're telling everybody to get out of there. They're going to run an isolation play here for Foster, and now he'll give it up to Barry. He gets in the lane. He's bumped on the play by, I believe, Dozel. We'll see who this foul's on. I think maybe they called this on Swan. Foul's on Swan. His third, team's first. Barry's shot is short off the front of the rim. Into the game comes Woods. He'll replace Swan with those 3 fouls. Nobody down on the blocks for Luers. His second one up and good. Dozel has it, now back to Gutierrez. Gutierrez over to Woods, left side, he's trapped. They get it around to Dozel. His three-pointer's on the way, goes off the rim, and they'll call a foul, definitely on a Luers player, who fouled Shively, I believe. They get the ball into Dozel, now left side against Foster. Gutierrez, he'll shoot the long 3, and he'll hit it. And we're all tied up at 27. 2:20 remains here in the third quarter at the Marion Regional, where we're all tied up. Foster has it, he'll shoot a long 3, sets his feet and hits it. Timeout on the court by Foster Sr. He'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout. I believe it's a full timeout. And we'll be back with live action on SummitCitySports.com. Tipton inbounds the ball to Dozel, and he'll bring it up. He'll drive in on Davis. He's got the inside. He'll kick it out, and he'll find Woods, who checks back in now to the hot Gutierrez. Dozel has it. He fakes on Anton Barry. He'll get in, go up left-handed with the body. Fights off the Luers player. The ball's on the floor, and now Foster takes it away. And he'll look to push up the court. He stops. He'll back it back out. He's stopped by Woods. Good defense by Tipton to get back against J.J. Foster. Haven't seen Ray Walker back into the game since he got knocked to the floor. And he's over stretching out his legs right below us here. 1:20 remains here in the third quarter. Luers leads 30-27. Foster against Dozel. Now to Underwood, who hit a 3 just a little while ago. Foster shoots another 3, and he'll drain it. So Foster with back-to-back threes. Gutierrez, he'll bring it up with under a minute. Ooh, dangerous passer, almost picked off by the long Jason Davis. Tipton looks to see if they're just happy to get the last shot. Dozel now, he'll get in the lane, kick to the right side to Woods. Woods shoots short off the rim and rebounded by Anton Berry. Anton Berry averages 9 rebounds a game, and that's just his first tonight. So Bishop Luers with a chance to take the final shot here in the third quarter as they lead 33-27 over Tipton. Foster now being guarded by Woods. Good spread out here, spread by Bishop Luers. And now Coach Foster tells everybody to switch, and now they do. They'll put Davis and Underwood over on the left, and Berry and Cook on the right. 10 seconds to go. Berry against Shively. He'll kick it to Jason Davis. He'll fake the three. Pull up. It'll be a two-pointer if it goes. It's off the rim and rebounded by Gutierrez. His three-pointer will be good if it goes. Hits the backboard, and we are at the end of 3 with Luers leading 33-27. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Live's Regional Championship Basketball on SummitCitySports.com. And we're ready for a little bit of technical difficulties here to get the fourth quarter started. And off the inbounds pass, Foster catches the ball, drives to the lane, and is fouled. So Foster at the line shooting. That foul was on number 23. Gutierrez, his first, and the team's second. So both teams with 2 fouls. Foster hits. So Foster on fire here in the second half. The senior wanting to play one more weekend at least. 36-27 is the lead. This is the largest lead of the game for Bishop Luers. He'll go right side to Swan, who checks back in for Tipton at the break. He's guarded by Foster. Can't get around him. He picks up his dribble. Now hit Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes around now to Dozel. Dozel has had a good second half. Ray Walker Jr. is back into the game. He'll take Jason Davis's spot, who played a good third quarter when the shorter Ray Walker was slammed to the ground on a layup where it probably should have been a foul, but nothing was called. And he sat the entire third quarter, which, actually not a bad thing for Bishop Luers considering he had 3 fouls. Gutierrez, he'll turn around, and he's stopped there. If it goes, it's good. And they're going to call it, I believe, on the floor. The foul is on 25. That's Anton Berry's first and the team's third. Gutierrez to inbounds. The Luers guy's got to be careful here. He's got his back turned to the inbounds guy, and a sneaky player might try just to throw it off of Trey Underwood, and they do that to not pick up the 5-second call right there. So Underwood's got to play a little bit more with his head facing the ball. They'll get it outside now to Dozel. He's guarded by Ray Walker. The one thing we have not seen really from Tipton is them able to score in spurts where they score 15 points, 10 points, and hit some shots. Swan, he'll pull up and shoot a 16-footer. He misses, and there's Trey Underwood with another rebound for Bishop Luers, who looks to extend their lead. Interesting, if they score here, will Tipton take a timeout to try to stop this run to start the fourth quarter by Bishop Luers? Underwood catches it, and he'll go over to Foster. He's guarded by Gutierrez. He'll back it back out. Walker now round to Underwood. Back to Foster. Foster looks to get in the lane, and then he's bumped right in the face by Shively. Shively picks up his first, the team's third. So J.J. Foster Jr. gets hit right in the cheekbone there on that foul, and Luers will have the ball with 6:25 remaining to play here in the Marion Regional Championship game. Walker, Underwood, Berry, Cook, and Foster for Bishop Luers. We've got Dozel, and he'll get called for another foul. Dozel's third, team's fourth. You've got Dozel, Shively, Slack, Gutierrez, and Swan for Tipton. The winner of this game to move on to the semi-state next week, hopefully at Huntington North. Luers backs it out. Now Foster with it, and he's got nowhere to go. Yeah, that's a foul there on Shively. Shively just keeps rooting Bishop Luers player out of the way with the knee. I know that the fans for Tipton don't like it, but that is a foul. You cannot put your knee up underneath the offensive guy and root him out of the box, and that'll get called all day long. Walker has it guarded by Swan. He looks to have lost a little bit of a step since his fall earlier in this second half. Foster guarded by Slack. Foster, the ball's on the floor. It rolls around and it's picked up by Tipton. Now they look to get some points here on the turnover. Gutierrez against Ray Walker. He'll go left. Gets picked up by Foster. Now they trap him. They get out of it and go back to straight man-to-man. Around the corner, they go underneath to Shively, and he's bumped by Underwood. So Underwood fouls. That's the team's fourth. His second. Gutierrez will inbounds. See if the legs can stay with both of these teams. They both played pretty fast-paced games in the earlier section of today's regional. Swan now with the ball. He had a nice first game with 16 points, but has got nothing in this game. Shively has it. He'll get it outside to Gutierrez. And now to Dozel. Dozel has it, and he'll give it up to Gutierrez, right side. Tipton still running their good offensive sets. Dozel finds a cutting Slack, and he's fouled there by number 25, Anton Berry. His second. So Berry with his fourth foul. Berry with 4 now. Slack's shot is up and good, and that's the one thing you don't want to do is foul Tipton. They are very good foul shooters. So Slack hits, that's his third point. And the first points of the fourth quarter for Tipton. His second one up and good. Will Tipton have to pick up on maybe some full court defense here before the end of the game? Ray Walker has it. He's way out top by midcourt here at Marion High School. He'll turn around. He'll go inside against Gutierrez. He's bumped by Gutierrez. Gutierrez will pick up his fourth foul. Team sixth. That foul was on number 23, Gutierrez, and they're saying that's only his second foul. That is correct. That is just his second. And Luers to inbounds. Trying to see who's at Foster's inbounds in it. He'll go into the backcourt all the way back to Ray Walker. 4:40 remains here in the fourth quarter of the regional championship game, with Bishop Luers leading 36-29 over Tipton. Good look underneath to Underwood. He turns around, finds a cutting Berry, and Berry will go up and score. I think we have a timeout on the court. A 30-second timeout. We will take a 30-second timeout. You're watching live championship regional basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live at Marion High School for the final 4:34 of the regional championship game, where Bishop Luers leads by 9 over Tipton, 38-29. Luers back to their trapping defense on the other side of the court, and now in the backcourt. Now they get it over, and Gutierrez has it, and he finds himself almost wide open. He gets in the lane and kicks it to Shively, who gives it all the way outside to Swan. Swan gets in the layup. He scoops it up with his left hand, and he's in with his 4th point. And there'll be a timeout, I think maybe a warning, a delay of game warning on Tipton as they kick the ball after the made shot. So no timeout on the court. And Ray Walker will walk the ball up for Bishop Luers, leading by 7 with 4 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Now Tipton looks to trap. They give it up to Underwood underneath the Blaine Cook. He short arms it, misses it. And Gutierrez comes up with the ball for Tipton. So Cook has a point-blank shot and misses it for Bishop Luers. 7-point lead for Bishop Luers. Tipton reminds me a lot of Warsaw. Just a slow, methodical team that just looks to get really good shots. And when they do, they don't miss. Swan against Davis. Davis checked in for Anton Berry at the last time out. Berry has 4 fouls. Gutierrez with a turnaround, and they'll call Foster on the wrist. Foster picks up his first, the team's 6th. So Gutierrez at the line, he will shoot 2. Both teams will be on the bonus from this point on. Anton Berry will check back in. And they're saying Foster fouled him on the elbow. The official had a really good look at it. He was standing right there. And not only did he probably see it, but he also heard it as well. Davis will check out of the game. Anton Berry back in for Bishop Luers. Tipton trails by 6 with 3:23 remaining here in the game. Gutierrez' second one up and good. Gutierrez pretty much the entire offense tonight for Tipton. Foster has it. They try to double team him. He gets out of it. He's got to stay out of the corners, and he throws it away, but it's picked up. And now Cook will shoot the 3, and he'll hit it. His 3rd three-pointer, a huge three-pointer. And the lead back to 8 for Bishop Luers with under 3 minutes to play here at the regional. And now Luers goes to a 2-3 zone. They'll go left side. Woods will shoot the 3, and he'll hit it from the left baseline. Woods hit. It looks like we're going to have a timeout on the court. Luers leads 41-36 with 2:45 remaining here in the game. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with the final 2:45 of the regional game on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live here as Bishop Luers will try to get the ball inbounds. Foster looking for somebody to get it to. He can't. Now he gets it in, and they'll call a 5-second call on Bishop Luers. Where was Ray Walker Jr.? We saw this in the first game where the point guards just run away from the ball on the inbounds play. So turnover Bishop Luers. And Tipton will have the ball with 2:44 remaining here in the game. Dozel checks back in and for Tipton, and Jason Davis checks back in for Luers. Quick shot out to Woods. He'll look inside. Nothing there. They'll kick it around now to Gutierrez. Guarded by Blaine Cook. He'll look to drive on him. He'll get a step. Dozel will shoot the 3. He hits it. We've got a 2-point game with 2:30 remaining here at the regional. Cook wisely gives it up to Walker. He'll get in the lane. He's pushed by Swan. Swan picks up his 4th foul. The team's 7th, and Walker will be at the line shooting 1 and 1. And now a lot of different subs are coming into the game, especially for defensive purposes for Luers, as Ty Hambright will check in. We'll see who he replaces. And he's going to take Blaine Cook's spot, a little bit better defender. At the line shooting 1 and 1 will be Ray Walker Jr. And now Jalen Causey comes in, and he'll replace Jason Davis. Now no size on the court now for Bishop Luers. Basically 4 guards and Trey Underwood. 2 big free throw, 1-on-1 big free throw now for Ray Walker. He'll shoot it and he'll hit it. Walker with his 3rd point, and the lead back up to 3. Can he hit the 2nd one, make it a 2-possession game? 2:22 remains here in the regional championship game. His 2nd one up and good. Luers still pressing here. They'll get it inbounds, does Tipton. They'll get it to Dozel. He's guarded by Ray Walker. Luers does not want to foul. Both teams in the bonus. Walker's got to be careful, doesn't want to pick up a foul. He wants to make the other team earn it. Swan now, he'll dump it down to Gutierrez, who has a height advantage inside the slack. He gets in the lane, he goes up and he'll hit it. And I think we've got another timeout on the court. We'll see if this is a full timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school regional championship basketball on SummitCitySports.com. I got the banner. It was hidden. I could barely see it. The timeout is over here at Marion. Bishop Luers will bring the ball in court, leading by 2 with under 2 minutes to go from the final here at Marion High School. Foster, he'll have it against Slack. He'll back it back out. He'll drive into the lane. He'll look to kick it. He doesn't. He'll give it up to Underwood, back to him. Cook and Barry check back in at the last time out for Bishop Luers. So they have their offensive players on the court. Luers has to be careful of their passes. Tipton is overplaying the passing lanes. Foster looks to get in the lane. Now he will. He'll go to the hoop and he'll throw it to Underwood. Underwood has it. He's stopped and gives it back to Foster. Foster just doesn't want to give the ball up, and I don't blame him. Underwood in the corner. Now this is where Tipton needs to come and trap him. They'll call a bump there on Shively, and Underwood will shoot 1-and-1. That'll be Shively's third. And now we'll have the substitution rotation come back in for both teams, as Hambright will check back in. I believe he's going to come in for Underwood. Swan will come in and replace Shively for Tipton. And Causey will come in for Luers and replace Blaine Cook. 1:13 remains here in this regional final, with Luers leading 43-41. I thought the score for Luers to get to would be 50 if they had to win this game. Underwood shoots, and the ball is short, barely even drew iron, and Tipton comes up with the rebound, and they have a chance to tie or take the lead here in the final at Marion High School. Woods right side, guarded by Causey. They'll go outside to Swan. Swan, who's not shot well from the outside. Most of his points coming in the paint. They get it down low to Gutierrez, who gives it back to Swan. Swan up top to Dozel, who's had the hot hand in the second half with 8 points. Underneath quickly to Gutierrez. He'll scoop it up and score, and we are all tied up. Another timeout on the court. So Tipton uses another timeout. We are all tied up, 43-43, with 41 seconds remaining here at Marion High School. We'll stay right here. How did we get to this point? You ask. Well, at the end of one, it was Luers 11-3. At halftime, it was Luers 19-16. And at the end of threes, Luers led 33-27. So good close game the whole way. SummitCitySports.com is proud to partner with the News Sentinel, Allen County's oldest continuously operating business, bringing you the most comprehensive high school athletic coverage in the area. The News Sentinel is available for delivery 6 times a week in Allen County and always online at newssentinel.com. Our final 41 seconds here at Marion High School. Luers with the ball, tied up. 43-43, the game of the night. Ray Walker to bring it up. He'll be guarded by Woods. Both teams in the bonus now. Will Luers hold for the last shot? If your Gutierrez has gone over to guard Foster, and they'll run a 1-4 high, and then I'm sure they're going to cross guys on the baseline. Will they run a clear out for Ray Walker? He'll back it back out. He's got it. The count's on. He gives it up to J.J. Foster Jr., and now he'll have it one-on-one against Gutierrez with 10 seconds remaining. Now the offense will start. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Foster not going with the ball yet. Now he will. He'll stop. He'll look to shoot. He's going to drive. He's going to get in the lane. His runner's up off the rim and tipped, and it's no good. I don't think the bucket was good by Anton Berry. So Foster misses. Anton Berry after the buzzer tips it up and in, and we are headed to overtime at Marion. 43-43. We'll take a timeout. We'll have a 4-minute overtime when we come back. You're watching live high school basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. We're back live at Marion High School in overtime between Tipton and Bishop Luers. Luers had control of this game, and they went to a little bit of that prevent offense, as I'll call it, where they prevented themselves from scoring and stopped their flow on offense. Jason Davis to jump up against Gutierrez. So Anton Berry will not start the overtime. He has 4 fouls. See how long he sits. Davis will jump against Gutierrez, who's won both tips today. Won it against New Haven and earlier against Anton Berry. Here's our jump ball. A 4-minute overtime. Players still moving around. And now the official will back out. It's like a hockey drop where the official backs out, and will they kick somebody out? Here we go. Here's the jump ball. And it's up and controlled by Bishop Luers. Ray Walker has it, and he will bring it up. All tied up at 43 from Marion High School. We'll update you from scores from around the area, and there will be a bump on Dozel. That'll be Dozel's 5th, I believe. That'll be his 4th and the team's 9th. 1-1 for J.J. Foster Jr. Actually, they call that foul on number 3, Shively. That'll be his 4th. Foster to shoot 1-1. He eyes it. Shoots it, and it rolls around and goes in. Try to give you an updated score from from the Northside game. Northside was leading at last count 39-37 over Carmel with 4:50 remaining in the game. Foster to shoot his second one. He misses and rebounded by Gutierrez of Tipton. Dozel has it. He'll go around to Woods. Woods trapped, and he almost throws it away. Gives it up to Swan. Three-pointer. Nope. Gutierrez decides to go in. He'll give it to Dozel. He shoots a three and drains it. 2-point lead Tipton here with 3 minutes remaining at the regional from Marion High School. So Dozel with a big second half. He's got 8 points, 11 overall. Foster has it now. He'll give it to Ray Walker. He's guarded by the taller Gutierrez. Luers just has to be patient. Really, I think Luers needs to get Blaine Cook, and that's what they'll do. They'll take a timeout, and they'll get Cook and Barry back into the game for offensive purposes. And, it'll be Anton Berry and Trey Underwood will check back into the game. A 30-second timeout on the court. We'll stay right here. Parkview Sports Medicine is a proud supporter of Fort Wayne area athletics and its athletes. Parkview Sports Medicine can provide the training, treatment, and education you need to advance your sports game. Have any questions about injury prevention, sports nutrition, and more? We've got you covered. That's Parkview Sports Medicine at parkview.com. We are in overtime with Tipton leading 46-44 with 3:02 remaining, and Bishop Luers will have the ball. So Luers has got Walker, Underwood, Davis, Barry, and Foster on the court. Almost a turnover there. Walker has it, gives it up to Foster. Foster now gets a screen. He'll back it out. And now they give the ball back to Walker on the left side. They run a clear out for Barry. Woods with some good defense on Anton Barry. Foster has it now. We're clicking down to 2:30 to go. Barry gets it. He turns around. He gets it. Oh, they're calling for the travel. He did travel. He took an extra step. Turnover Bishop Luers. Tipton with the ball with 2:33 remaining here in overtime. Dozel, he'll check back in. Hambright will check back in. So Tipton now, they have an opportunity to extend their lead. Causey, he'll check in, and I believe he'll take the place of Jason Davis. I don't know if I agree with all these substitutions. I think you leave Barry on the court. You need some rebounding. Not a whole lot out there for Luers. I know they're trying to trap. Hambright comes up. He'll try to trap. They have not really got any turnovers out of this. Now Gutierrez has it. He has yet to get across the timeline, and Dozel finally does. Foster against Dozel. Dozel has it. He's had the hot hand in the second half for Tipton. Good look underneath to Gutierrez, and the ball slapped away by Ray Walker Jr. Now here's where I think from Coach Foster, I would get these big guys back into the game. Gutierrez to inbounds. He'll find Dozel. Dozel will back it back out. He looks to drive on Underwood. Gives it up to Woods. Woods will go left. He's cut off there by Causey. Causey now harasses him to getting caught in the corner. And Dozel has the ball. Nobody knows who's got Dozel. Now Hambright will come up to guard him. Remember, any fouls will be foul shots for both teams. Dozel, nice crossover. Gets in the lane up. Misses the easy layup. So Luers has the ball with 1:40 remaining here in overtime. Walker has it. He gets in the lane. Jump stop. Up with a left-handed shot, and it goes. Walker hits a shot to tie up the game. 1:20 remaining, and Tipton has the ball. There's a turnover by Tipton, and Foster comes up with the ball and look to see maybe if they use a timeout to get those subs back in the game. Be interesting, and he's going to use it. Coach Foster will use a timeout to get his shooters back in the game. We'll see who he brings in. We'll see if it's a full timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live here at the Marion Sectional, where we're all tied up with 109 remaining at 46. The first team to 50, I bet, is going to win this game. Remember, you can follow Summit City Sports on Twitter at 260 Sports, like their Facebook page, and subscribe to their YouTube channel. So Barry and Cook back into the lineup for Bishop Luers. They'll get it in quickly to Barry, and he'll give it up to Walker, now to Foster. Will Luers try to hold the ball once again for the final shot of the game? It looks like they might. We're under 1 minute to go in the regional final. Foster against Swan, now up top to Ray Walker, guarded by Woods. Walker looks to get in the lane, and he'll kick it to Cook. He looks to get a screen, and now he'll give it up to Barry. The point guards for Bishop Luers need to come get the ball. And there's a charge on Anton Barry, and that will be his 5th foul. So Barry will foul out of the game with 10 points. I'm not sure if we had a technical here. I would look down to write something down. 5 fouls they're going to call. 38.8 remaining in the game. Barry fouls out. Into the game comes Jason Davis. And I think we have a timeout on the court by Tipton. We've got a full timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the final 38 seconds live from Marion High School. That should have been a no call. That should have been a no call. Going straight up with the ball. That's a bad call. Welcome back to Marion High School. We're all tied up at 46. We're not the only game at overtime. Carmel and Northside are headed to overtime, tied at 42. Tipton gets the ball in. 2-2-1 press. The count is on. I'm not sure they're going to get it over. They're way behind the timeline. They have not got it over. And timeout by Tipton. I believe Tipton's out of timeouts now with 30 seconds remaining. I can't believe that was not a 10-second call. They started that. Yeah, I guess that would be right. They started with 38 seconds, and they did not get it over the timeline. So good call by Tipton's head coach Lou Lefevre as he gives his team a chance to have the last shot. We're tied at 46. Antoine Barry's shot that he tipped in after the buzzer in regulation, it was obviously not in. A good call by the officials. We don't have instant replay here in the state of Indiana. And if they would have looked at it, they would have seen that that shot indeed was after the buzzer. 30.1 seconds remain. Tipton will have the ball, I believe, at half court, right in front of the scores table, and that will be Woods to inbounds. Both teams will shoot foul shots if they can get fouled. If I'm Tipton, I would try to get to the basket. Quickly inbounds to Gutierrez, guarded by Ray Walker. Gutierrez has it. He's going to go right. He's a good shooter and has linked. Now up top to Woods, guarded by Jalen Causey. Now to Dozel. He's guarded by Foster. To Woods, and he gets away with the travel. Now up top to Gutierrez. We're under 10. Dozel has it. He looks to drive. He finds Swan. He'll shoot the three. It's good if it goes. It's off the rim and rebounded by Jason Davis. And Hambright will have a shot at the buzzer. If it goes, it's good. It's off the backboard, and we are headed to double overtime. Yes, double overtime, ladies and gentlemen, here at Marion High School. Who wants to win? I don't know. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back live here at Marion High School for double overtime action in the regional championship game on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live at Marion High School for the second overtime of the game. If you look at the scoreboard, you're just joining us. It says overtime, but indeed we are into our second overtime. Bishop Luers will not have the services of Anton Berry any longer. He just fouled out on an offensive foul. Jason Davis, once again, he'll jump up against Gutierrez. Gutierrez has not taken a break in this entire game. And Davis will jump against Gutierrez. He won the last toss. The ball's up and tipped back to Bishop Luers. Ray Walker, just the way we started the first overtime. So Foster, Walker, Underwood, Cook, and Davis. Cook has the ball now up top, way out top. A nice backdoor cut by Jason Davis. He goes in and he'll slam it home. A good set play out of the timeout that we had there. Now they've got Dozel trapped. He has nowhere to go with the ball, and they have no timeouts. And are they going to call a 5-second call or a timeout? They're going to call a timeout by Tipton. Then you get another timeout when you start the overtime, so they'll use one right there in a trapping situation, a full timeout on the court. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with live action on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live at Marion High School, where Tipton will have the ball under their own basket with 3:30 remaining in the second overtime. Gutierrez to inbounds for Tipton. Tipton, I believe, now is out of timeouts the rest of the way. Dozel has it against Jason Davis, who just hit a monster dunk to give Luers the lead in the double overtime. Trying to set it up to get, they got Dozel and Gutierrez on one side. He finds a cutting Slack, whose shot goes up and he misses it, and Underwood comes up with a rebound, and as he falls, he gives it up to J.J. Foster. Foster way outside against Swan. Luers setting up their offense, and now they'll get into it. Ray Walker, left baseline. He'll look to drive on Woods. He'll turn around and get it back out up top. We wonder if they'll try to look underneath to the taller Trey Underwood here. Walker looks, gives it up to Foster. Foster now over on the left side, and he'll go back up top. Luers in no real big hurry. They'll get it underneath to Trey Underwood, who's guarded by Swan. Now up top to Foster. He backs it back out. Now he looks for a repost or a screen here. Instead, they back off, and he'll go to the hoop. He'll hit the shot. And they call that foul, I believe, on Gutierrez. Foster hits the shot. Gutierrez, his third foul. And now I believe both teams in the double bonus. Foster will shoot the and one, and he'll have the chance to give his team a good-sized lead here. And the ball goes in and out, and the lead is now 4. Gutierrez, he'll drive, cut off by Walker. Gutierrez got that left arm out. He's got to be careful. Dozel will shoot the three. He's hit on the play, but there's Swan with the offensive rebound. He looks underneath. He'll find Slack, whose shot is swatted out of bounds by Trey Underwood. Slack thought he had an easy shot, and Underwood comes out of nowhere and swats it away. 2:06 remains. Bishop Luers leads by 4, 50-46. It took 2 overtimes for a team to reach 50 points. Gutierrez, he'll get it. He'll post inside. He'll shoot a fadeaway, and he'll hit. Lead back down to 2 for Bishop Luers. We're under 2 minutes in the second overtime. Swan against Foster. The count is on. I'm not sure Foster knows they're counting. Now he'll drive. Count is off. Now he's picked up by Slack. Same set they ran on the last time down. Now Foster will get in the lane, cut off, hit Blank Cook, who wanted to shoot it. Wisely doesn't. They'll go all the way across court. Underneath to Underwood. He'll lose control. Go up against Swan, and he misses a wild shot. Tipton gets a rebound, and they have a chance to either tie or take the lead with this possession. In the lane goes Woods. He stops, pops, and they're called foul on Underwood. He pushed Slack on that play. And Slack will be at the line shooting. 1-1. Slack will have a chance to tie the game up. Bishop Luers better block out. We got a sub coming to the table. That is Shively, who hasn't seen much action here in the second half. He'll check into the game, and he'll take Swan's position on the court. Swan with four fouls. Coach Lefevre gets a couple players over to talk to him, Dozel and Woods. Shively shot up and off the rim and rebounded emphatically by Trey Underwood of Bishop Luers. Now Tipton picking up a little bit more full court. Quickly to the court, up the court goes Luers Ray Walker. He misses a layup, and Tipton has it, and there's Shively up the court. He turns around and finds Dozel. Dozel gets the ball tipped away by Underwood, and he'll be called for the foul. Underwood with his 4th foul, so Ray Walker misses an easy layup where nobody even came to pick him up. At the line shooting 1-on-1 will be Dozel. Tipton was just at the line and just missed. So Dozel will be at the line shooting 1-on-1. His first one up and good. Dozel with his 12th point. And it's a 1-point game with under a minute to go. Dozel eyes it, one dribble, up and off the front of the rim. It goes around, and J.J. Foster picks it up for Bishop Luers, who leads by 1, 50-49, with 52 seconds remaining in the regional championship. And they're going to call a quick foul, which actually helped out Bishop Luers. I think J.J. Foster Sr. was going to use a timeout. That foul is on 23, Gutierrez, his 4th. Foster at the line, he'll be shooting 2. He just missed an and 1 opportunity. He'll take 3 dribbles, he'll eye it. His ball goes in and out. His rotation was spinning right. I've got to watch J.J. Foster Jr. since he was in 6th grade, where he played at Blackhawk Middle School with my sons, who no longer play basketball. But Foster, a good-looking senior guard here for Bishop Luers. He'll shoot, hits it. Timeout on the court. Bishop Luers, a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. Bonus coverage on Summit City Sports tonight as we're in double overtime at the Marion Regional, where Bishop Luers leads 51-49 over Tipton. J.J. Foster Jr. just hit 1 of 2 to give his team a 2-point lead. Tipton will have the ball, trailing by 2 with 48 seconds remaining. And Dozel to inbounds for Tipton. They give the ball to Dozel. He'll get it inbounds to Woods. Now back to Dozel. Kind of shocked Luers. Yeah, Luers will back off now. They just play straight man-to-man. They have really no rebounders on the court, just a lot of good defenders. Woods has it against Causey. He'll turn around. They'll have to fight over all the screens, Luers. Well, they're looking for a backdoor cut there. Ray Walker on Gutierrez, and they look to get it into him. Dozel spins, almost throws it away. Woods picks it up, gets in the lane, turns around, floats it up with the left hand, and it's no good. That foul, I believe, was on. The foul's on Causey. Shooting 2 will be Woods for Tipton. We got 20.9 seconds remaining. Woods to shoot 2. This first one's short, barely even drew iron. If I'm Bishop Luers, I see that, and you've got to make sure you block out the shooter right here. So back into the game comes Jason Davis. Blaine Cook comes back in as well. Somebody better get the shooter here after that short shot. His second one up and good. Got another sub for Tipton. It'll be Swan. He'll check into the game or not. Got an official talking to Lou Lefevre. He's trying to figure out what's going on here. They're not going to let Swan check into the game. 1-point game, 20 seconds remain. Underwood gets it, and he'll give it back to Ray Walker. 20 seconds to go, and he's going to be fouled by number 3, Shively. And if that's on Shively, that will be his 5th, and he will check out of the game, having scored no points. And now Swan can come back in. Causey and Hambright looking to come back in. And Ray Walker will shoot 2 at the other end with 16 seconds remaining in the game. Can the senior make this a 1-possession game? And they are whistling in, I'm not sure what subs yet. Well, they have to put Swan in the game because Shively fouled out, and now they will allow all the players to come in. Davis and Cook will come out. Causey and Hambright back into the game for Bishop Luers. For just joining us, we are in double overtime, not single overtime. My computer will not allow me to put 2 overtimes in. We'll have to update our system to do that because this is the second time in 2 weeks that I've had a double overtime game. Tipton's crowd gets loud. Ray Walker shoots and hits it. The senior hits a big one. Walker with his 7th point and a chance to make it a 3-point game. If he makes it, Luers better find out where Dozel's at. He's had the hot hand from 3-point range tonight for Tipton. His second one up and splash, it's good. Timeout on the court, Bishop Luers. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Now we're good. North side 1 in overtime. The Luers fans come alive here with 16 seconds remaining. Tipton trails by 3. Congratulations to the North Side Legends as they beat Carmel tonight, and they will advance to the semi-state next week. Woods up the court. He'll get a screen by Gutierrez. He'll turn, pop the 3, hits off the rim, rebounded by Ty Hambright. and he gets fouled on the play. Hambright checks in, gets a rebound, and Luers leads by 3. You see who this foul is on Tipton. It's on We're back live at Marion High School. Sorry for that technical glitch right there. One of our commercials fired off on us there. In the meantime, after a three-pointer by Woods, Hambright came up with the rebound, and he was fouled with 6.3 seconds to go. The foul was on number 21, that's Slack, his second. And at the line, shooting 2 will be Ty Hambright. If he hits the first one, if he hits either one of these, game pretty much out of reach for Tipton at this point. Been a great game. We're in double overtime, where Luers has had the shot in 2 of the, in regulation they had the final shot. In the first overtime they had the final shot and didn't hit. On a tip-in by Anton Berry that wasn't called. It wasn't good, but he did tip it in after the buzzer. So Hambright, he'll shoot 2. They just need him to hit 1. Luers will advance next week to play in the semi-state at Huntington North. We'll try to update you at the end of the game on where everybody's going. Hambright's first one up and good. Hambright off the bench, a junior, hits the foul shot, and now it's a 4-point game with 6 seconds to go, a 2-possession game, and he'll look to add the second free throw. He'll bend the knees, he'll shoot, it's up, it goes off, and it's rebounded by Bishop Luers, and that's how our game will end, with Bishop Luers winning 54-50. In double overtime. What a game here at the Marion Regional between Bishop Luers and the Tipton Blue Devils. Final score 54-50, Bishop Luers. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be right back here live from the regional championship game. You're watching high school basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Make sure we get that picture of them getting the trophy. We're back live at Marion High School, where Bishop Luers wins the regional championship game 54-50 over Tipton. Right now they're doing some interviews out there with Coach Foster. We'll have some scoring here for you for Tipton. Weddle with 1, Swan with 4, Woods with 3, Slack with 6. Leading all scorers for Tipton, Gutierrez with 20, Dozel with 12, and Hitchings with 2. For Luers, Davis with 2, Underwood with 5, Ray Walker with 8, J.J. Foster with 16, Cook with 13, and Anton Berry with 10. The trophy ceremony going on out here, and the Luers fans now chanting semi-state. Good for them. They will join the Northside Legends out of Fort Wayne in the semi-state. And I believe they're getting ready to award the plaque to Bishop Luers. The team captains are being called up there. And now the fans storm the court for Luers, and they run over one of their own. He gets up, and now there's a giant celebration going up on in the center of the court. We will take a timeout. We will come back, and we'll update you on the state pairings, semi-state pairings next week. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back live here at Marion High School. You're watching live high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com. We're back live here at Marion High School, where Bishop Luers wins the regional championship 54-50 over the Tipton Blue Devils. So next week, we don't have finals on all of these games yet. We're waiting to see. We do have one final in 4A. We know the semi-state in the south will be Castle versus Ben Davis. In the north, it hasn't been updated yet, but I can tell you that Fort Wayne Northside will play in the semi-state against either Maryville or Warsaw at Huntington North. In 3A, Bishop Luers advances to play at Huntington North, and they will play the winner of Griffith and Twin Lakes. We don't have a final on that yet from Kankakee Valley. We have a final from Greencastle. Indianapolis Christmas Addicts wins by 5 over Tri-West 74-69, and they will play the winner of Pike Central. So we know 2 Fort Wayne teams will advance now on to semi-state play at Huntington North next Saturday. So congratulations to Bishop Luers and to the Northside Legends as they will play at the semi-state level next week in the Indiana High School State Championships. That will do it here from Marion High School. For my cameraman, Nick, I want to say everybody have a blessed night as we had one of the best games I've seen in high school basketball all year. Bishop Luers is victorious over the Tipton Blue Devils 54-50 to be your 3A Marion Regional Championships. Congratulations to Coach Foster and his entire staff. Thank you to the entire staff here at Marion High School for all the help today. And I want to congratulate once again Bishop Luers and the Northside Legends, regional champs out of Fort Wayne. That does it here from Marion High School, where Bishop Luers wins 54-50 over Tipton. You've been watching Bonus Basketball on SummitCitySports.com.